I understood then that, no, God does know what he's doing. And what seemed like what would be such a challenge has turned into our greatest blessing. And I believe that one of the whispers in my ear after that ultrasound and the weeks of the pregnancy, the months of the pregnancy, was God kind of whispering in my ear saying, are you going to trust me? And are you going to walk the walk, or are you just going to talk the talk? And he's so preparing my heart, though I didn't know that preparation was even being done in our family and in my heart. But the minute that Trig was born and they lay him in my arms, and he just kind of melted right on into my chest, and he looks up at me, and it was just like he's saying, see, God knows what he's doing, and this is going to be good. And Mom, he gave me to you, and he gave you to me, and this is going to be a wonderful journey. And truly, God's so overwhelming us with joy, and the recognition of his perfection, Trig's perfection, has been nothing but blessing. And I so want to help other women who are in that situation, thinking these are less than ideal circumstances. What am I going to do about this? Maybe I can change those circumstances. Maybe this can all just go away and we'll pretend it never happened. I want to encourage these women, oh my goodness, give this life a chance. You will be blown away, overwhelmed. Your life will so change for the better in allowing the life of someone even with special needs, especially someone with special needs. Todd and I know that, and our family, we know that Trig will teach us more than we'll ever be able to teach him. He allows such awesome perspective on what really matters. And I think, too, in this political arena is, all the stuff on the periphery that just wastes time and doesn't matter. Doesn't, at the end of the day, the things that maybe are said in the media and the political potshots, they don't amount to a hill of beans. Not when Trig is there in our life, showing us this golden heart that I believe God would want all of us to embrace and to emulate. With a child with special needs, I tell you, truly, Trig has been the best thing that has ever happened to me and to the Palin family. Yes. Bless you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let me share quickly something that Trig does too that I think the rest of us can learn from. He of course, having challenges, and he'll have challenges his entire life, probably greater challenges than the rest of us will have, but Trig, you can already see sort of this perspective in this child that I think the rest of us are supposed to understand and emulate too. Trig, in the morning, he'll wake up, he's 2 years old now, he'll wake up and he pulls himself up to the top of the crib there. He looks around and he rubs his sleepy little eyes, and even though the day is going to be challenging, he starts applauding. First thing in the morning, he looks around clapping like, woohoo, what you gonna do to me now? Like, and oh man, shouldn't we all? Shouldn't we all? That's what we're learning from our boy. But my daughter Bristol too, she didn't expect to become pregnant at 17, and those were less than ideal circumstances. There, Bristol, having to endure, some public humiliation. It was an embarrassing time for her, and bless her heart, they're out on a national stage, and she and the rest of the family saying, this wasn't supposed to happen. No, you don't think that it will happen in your own family. And Bristol, though, being so strong and independent and knowing that choosing life was the right road, the right choice, she knew it wouldn't be easy, and it hasn't been easy. And society, culture, sure hasn't made it easy on her. And her message now being, hey, other teenage girls, don't do what I did. This is not easy. It was a premature ending of her adolescence, and it was, the beginning of a whole new life, absolutely living now for someone else. She living for her son. But wow, our culture and the media has made it rough on her, and they're kind of sending a message, I think, to other girls that hey, it'd probably be easier if you just abort your child and not have to go through what Bristol's going through. But Bristol, too, saying, no, these are less than ideal circumstances. Her message now is, don't do what I did. Abstinence is the only 100% foolproof way, of course, of preventing pregnancy. She, though, kind of getting clobbered for that message, and she's kind of new to all this, too, obviously. And she's like, why would I get clobbered out there in our society for using myself as a lesson, is what she's saying. And just, warning other teenagers. I think the phrase she uses is pause before you play, which is, that's good for them too. But Bristol, knowing too that it was the right choice, and she now seeing, and the rest of us seeing, that there again, what seemed like life's greatest challenge, an impossible situation to get through right out of the chute when you hear the news. No, her baby having turned into such an awesome blessing. And we here at the, a year and a half later, looking at this child saying, what would our life be like if he were not here in our life? Again, not an easy road for Bristol, not an easy road, but the right road. And I'm very proud of her decision. It's important to know that I am and always have been unapologetically pro-life. So when I talk about TRIG, and when I talk to other groups about the kind of what went through my mind and the feelings that I had when the doctor was telling me about what could be the results of the tests with the Down syndrome tests and all that, I have to be really careful in how I explain my feelings, because some people say, oh, she considered abortion, or she, how can that validate her pro-life position? And I say, no, what Bristol and I both have been through has not changed that belief, but it has changed my perspective on the whole situation. Our experiences gave me tremendous empathy for the woman who does find herself in less than ideal circumstances. I now understand why a woman would be tempted perhaps to think that, well, it might just be an easier way out to try to change the circumstances, to take the situation in my own hands and change this. I understand what goes through her mind, if even for just a brief moment, a split second even, because I've been there.